So we worked very closely together for a long time. She's helped me with a lot of my training horses. I've helped her with her own horses. So while we had our business together, it was a really nice symbiosis as to where she focuses a lot on the horse. You know, place the main things more and this and that and more. And I work a lot with the rider. You know, and it's just a wonderful combination. Because horse can only be as good as the rider allows them to be, and vice versa.
Exactly.
So we found this to be a wonderful combination. I hope it works for you. Let me know if there's anything that you feel like doesn't work for you in the horse.
Okay.
Or you don't really understand why we're doing this.
Okay.
I'm always open for experimenting with new things, other things, but at the same time, Shelley and I obviously talk too. We always want this for you to be a continuance, obviously, of what you worked on yesterday.
Okay.
You know, so you're not working 2 different days on 2 entirely different things.
Okay.
You know, so it's got to be obviously worth your time, and it's got to be an overall learning and improvement experience.
This is only the second clinic I've done. I did 1 day with her last month because that's all there was time for.
Yeah.
So yesterday was the second lesson with her, and actually it really changed my outlook the last time I worked with her. The first time because I'd always had a lot of negative about him, that he's he's difficult and he's not very giving, and he can be a bit stubborn, and I've had him for 5.5 years, and actually I don't find it like that. It's more like a lack in communication between the two of us. So when I met Shelley, it was really great because she said immediately what the breeding combination was like, what the personality was like. Yes.
Yeah.
And so it kind of set me straight about how hard I need to work and where I need to go. But then she told me some things to do in the meantime, because we've been trying to start to work on half pass. And she said, there's just no way because of the way he's built. So she diagnosed that for me, and then said that he really needs to get stronger back here. And so I've been away on holiday, but I had about 2 weeks to work with him, and it really seems to have helped doing the renvers and the travers, and he seems to actually get it really quickly once you ask.
Yeah.
In the right way. But he's the this is as high as I've gone with dressage. I've never ridden another horse to this level before. So
we both get to learn together.
Well, yes, but it's on the other hand, you don't always know what you're asking for, right? So,
but on the bright side, though, the nice thing with the classical dressage is it's really been developed in a way where the cavalry looked at what consistent aids brought consistently the same result in the horses. So it was not just, how do you want to ask for canter? Let's just bring one leg back. No, it's because they found out in the battle, on the field, whatever, that if they ask with a certain body position, they always got the same result. So it's kind of a natural way of talking with the horses, if you want to say that. So following that, we're just bringing out what a horse would naturally do in a way that it's somewhat understandable to them. Does that make sense? So, have you done a little bit warm up already?
I've done trot both ways, canter left, not canter right yet.
Okay, so why don't you try it a little bit, just because he stood here right now, and then let me see him canter a little bit to the right also.
And do you want me to stay down? Sorry, do you want me to stay down to 10?
Yeah, see, there's a little bit eventually the whole arena.
We're just starting.
Well, we managed yesterday. Just about.
So you wanted to work with them on the right side, right?
You want me to do only canter or trot and canter?
Yeah, then you can trot a little bit, and then you say if you didn't canter to the right yet. So let's do that also.
Find how you feel like you need to be rid of this movement, and I will jump in and give you my feedback when you ground.
Okay.
But you're not going to just change the way of writing because it doesn't respond to the correct way. That's fine. Okay, so you're going to have to keep the outside shoulder a little bit more in line. Use it with the outside rein. And maybe otherwise do a top down position instead. Not fully warmed up. No, it's not fine. It's so nice and stretch forward. There you go. Good. Connect the outside rein. Provide the balance on the outside rein. That outside hand is a little bit too busy for my face. That's better. And then gently supple the inside double soft. That's all you need. Good. Fire out the hand. It tends to go forward every time it's laying out. Good here. And keep this forward thinking into the answer. Outside couple and jump and go. Very nice. Sit in and immediately receive. We're down here. Provide good stability on the outside rein. Soft on the inside rein. Be gentle on the inside rein. Pat them even. Supple a little on the inside. Pat them. Supple. Pat them. Yep, that's what you butt the saddle is it. Back a little bit more. Allow your hips to be in front of you. There you go. There you're riding, girl. Good job. Good. Make sure the outside rein provides support and balance.
I feel the outside rein is too long.
Yeah, go ahead and shorten it. You don't have to wait for me to tell you to. Sit down though. Yes. That's straight ahead. Keep your arena. Pull arena to get a nice canter and going. Just throwing it in the knee. Sit down. Lift suffering. Don't let the neck get all rigid. side, then I would have to carry myself over my back.
As soon as you said that about the left hand, I could feel it getting, playing around, doing its own thing.
Okay, I'm fine right now.
Okay.
Five hands, and hips a little bit just straight, forward and back to the elbows, towards the hands. Take a little rounder, go into a circle, and one more time back into your canter. Now just warm up a little bit, and let's see that canter a little bit more active, okay? So find a combination of activating the right leg, and repeating that into a little bit shuffling, half open down. There's an alternation between activating, receiving, half vaulting, activating, receiving, half vaulting, suckling. So you're bringing all of these ends, these bookends, closer together. So you're basically going to carry your one in front of you instead of pushing it down to the side. And the elbows, shoulder blades together. Tuck your elbow there. There. Yes. To feel your abdominal muscles together. Great. You can make a walk in position now. Look now. Balance on the hind legs a little bit. Find your place back in the saddle. Make sure your arms stay soft though, as you find that nice little seat. Right here. Sit down. Now make it a little short in the front. Get more of your reins now. Good, there you're breathing again. Nice. Flex a little bit. Come on, circle your lunge. Short your reins. Collect a little bit. Half ball and soft. Little half ball and soft. Be there with your legs. That's great. Short legs on the other side. Little half ball. Half ball. Bring it back to you. Then bring it back to you. Bring it back to you. Okay, I need you. And the half ball is right there. Go back a little bit. Huh? Down. Come on, let's get back to the center. Does he have, is she sometimes
On the right rein particularly.
on the right rein?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I thought they were over actually, because sometimes you'll try something, see if you can get away with it, and then if it doesn't work, they'll go for something else. So I thought he was pretty good yesterday about it, but
Yeah, sure. I see that he is following with his shoulders out, away from the right rein.
yep.
And use the outside thigh, the outside leg. Keep moving with his body back into the inside rein. The right rein that he wants to be following. Okay, so you need to commit more in your seat and in your driving aids to follow through the canter. And go. Mean it now, come. There you go. No, that's not acceptable. Bring that down. And canter. And be prepared for when you start. Just do this. Keep it lighter. The rest is going to get back up there. And then we'll stop it. Let's go the other way, otherwise we can't move the left. Yeah. Good, now but then get your seat in the saddle. Yes. Sit down, take yourself on the knee. And lots of little half balls that are always followed with soft in the hands. And actually behind it. With your legs, not the width. Your legs is activate. Pushing it down. Pushing it down. Cycle a little bit. Sit down. Keep holding on forward. You need to anchor you to there. Now you're pushing your legs. Good. There you go. Yeah? Stay around here. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Good. When you gotta shorten your range a little bit, get around her, and keep jumping, like that. Now, keep pushing like you want. Supple a little bit. Yes, a little bit tight. Yeah. Supple both ways. And it'll lean your canter. And at the end, you're gonna make a nice rotating canter. Let the both can bring them back, but sit down and keep them activated. No prodding, not an option. So make them nice and round. Shorten the reins a little bit. Shorten your reins. Sit down. Unlock the wheel. Stay here. Stay here. You gotta be able to compress it a little bit now. Sit down. Stop a little bit. Let it run.
heart feels better today.
So next long side, you're gonna do a volte kid F, 10-meter volte. Stay in front of me. Go straight ahead. Volte at E as a speed. And on the center line, change direction to left. And volte. Now come around here inside left. Energy, we're losing compulsion. Come on. Touch on good. At A, tall. I'm going to activate him right now. And tall. Almost square. You forgot about the one hind leg. How does it feel right now?
Fabulous.
But besides the fact that you're probably gasping for air.
It's all in a day's work, right?
Really good. You're getting some beautiful energy. Don't worry if you need to apply more, implement more half-ups.
Yeah,
Okay?
definitely.
He's a long horse.
Yeah.
And whoa, that airplane is tipping its nose a little bit too much. Okay?
What I notice I do is once I get it, I'm so overjoyed, I don't know, I just cruise, you know, like, oh, this is great, I'll just go into cruise control.
Okay.
And exactly, as soon as you said half halt, it keeps him there, right?
I like to look at it the moment my horse feels great, I need to get very worried.
Okay.
Because when they're not, it always gives us something to do, right?
Yeah.
And when they feel great, we're like, what are you going to work on now?
Yeah.
Then we keep doing exactly what we were doing to get to that place.
Okay.
Okay?
we always feel like, oh, they're great, I don't want to touch them and drink it.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of a sudden, like, well, where's my rider? Who made me this way?
Yeah. That's how I felt in the
And they fall
canter.
apart.
Yeah, when you said to me, collect him, I thought, oh God, if I touch him, he's going to break down.
No, then you have to get in almost twice as hard and
Okay.
say, stay here, keep going with this. What are all the pieces that you put into this pot to make this nice stew, you know?
Yeah.
Keep throwing those in.
Yeah.
Because they evaporate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
And he feels to me like a horse that really needs connection.
Yes. He is long from nose to tail. But then again, he's long-legged as well, so eventually he's actually going to be a nice square horse.
Yeah.
But he has a long leg, okay? He has a little bit long neck, long back. But eventually, once you put this together, and luckily he's a horse who can protect himself.
Yeah.
He can. I mean, he's got a great hind end, you know, the way his ankles are. It's
Going?
wonderful. I mean, you don't really
All right.
It's almost over.
Yeah.
Okay?
Huh?
But it's the time definitely to say, yes, be
Just
really
told me,
forward.
just cook for 5 minutes.
When I asked you, you need to come.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, where you didn't want to canter to the right in the
Yeah.
beginning, and you weren't on your seat so much in the beginning,
Yeah.
he almost was overdoing it. Where he was like, okay, I'm sitting, and okay, I can't go forward.
Yeah, that's what he does. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And it's almost like he gets his legs so tucked under him. That's
and
what
it's
Shelley was saying,
very
that
much an outlier.
he can't get out. He
Yeah.
doesn't know how to get out, and then I don't know how to get him out.
I
and
had
then-
an outlier like this in canter rides. All of a sudden, he'd be rearing. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Because they overdo it and can't keep their balance enough on their forehand in order to continue moving with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And what he does in my ring at home is it's an outdoor ring with a little bit of a bank, and he'll get so that he starts backing down the bank, and he can't get out, right? And it's really, it feels terrible because he feels like he's
You
got
have
to.
hills anywhere that you can walk up and down.
Yeah, we have lots of hills. We do lots of hill work.
Yeah. But on the bit and round.
Okay.
Not just like this, because that's not work. On the bit and round. Not ducked under, because again, he's not accessing his back then.
Okay.
Okay, there's a fine line where his back is going to have to carry his neck while he's being round. So it's in a supple way that he has to carry himself. He carries himself here too, but in a pushing away where he cannot strengthen the back. Okay, so be careful to not ride him too up high. Technically a fake high carriage where his back is not engaged, and up too deep because then he's past the point where he can use his back.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You use it on a lot of horses that are problem horses where you put them really deep, where they cannot use their strength against you when you're trying to teach them the exercise. Okay? You're taking their power away from them. But having them in the right position, on the bit, a little bit, not having the pole either at the highest point, a little bit lower than that. You feel it, you still feel that flow from behind through the back into your hands. That's where the sweet spot is, where you can really build the strength in his back. Walking up and down, when you walk down hills, half all, there the pole can be the highest point. You know, and just have him take tiny steps.
Okay.
Not just walking, but tiny, tiny steps. This is how we can go down a hill.
Okay.
Okay, this is constantly back to sit back here. So I'm sorry for the clouds. I still want to see the walk canter again. Okay. You may have to, especially in the right when you get stuck, you may have to just be very quick on your toes and just give him a good jab so he actually moves forward.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Allow it in your hands.
Okay.
Paddle for it. So he learns that there's a way out.
Okay.
Okay? Why don't we see it to the left first? We walk in.
Come on. You're not done yet. Come on, handsome.
Let's stay on the circle here. Bring the shoulder forward. Continue on the first step, inch or moving.
the outside shoulder. Keep turning. Good. That was a very good use of the outside eight. Remember that, okay? That was very well done. And then just let it get on. Just good. Praise him. Good boy. Good boy.
I still felt like I left the saddle. Like I feel like I go from out and pushing into it like I am.
And you allow them all to get spun out in the front.
Yeah.
So we're going to address that next. Sit down now. As you're telling me you're not sitting down, you're not sitting down. Take them around. Sit down, sit back. There, thank you. Good. And come back and try to walk. Okay, so you want to take your horse and make the energy around you by not dancing around, trying around.
Yeah.
Make the emphasis really about the preparation for the transition and then the actual transition.
Okay.
You canter one circle around, but by the first half of the circle around, you're already prepared for the down transition. Okay. So round, on the bit. He's looking around too much in my case. He's not staying focused on the work. Calm down to walk in. Roll in, flat, allow him time to unfold his legs. Shoulder forward, one on each side. Take the outside shoulder around the inside leg. Stretch yourself. And imagine how you would want to give your canter aid later on the Grand Prix horse. That's how much you want to give your canter aid to them. Why ride a little strong now if you expect to be really light later? How do you like it today? You have to do this in time to do it. But eventually you will get the reaction. Okay?
Okay.
It will help you with your fine changes later, so you don't have to move it around. Jog in the leg on because he's spiraling in more and more. Half fall. A little bit too heavy. Whoa, right more. Half fall. Half fall. Half fall. Another half fall. Yes. Exhale on right there. Sit down. Yes, gorgeous. Pat it. That was very well done, Judy. Sit down again now. You can pat him without throwing a party, okay? Nice. And prepare in position to walk. Collect, 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 and walk. And stop. Good. And collect and walk. So I like how you have faith in your canter aid and it happens and it allows it to happen. Now, say which one to try to do next, okay? Stuff his nose out with the ground and we allow it this time to pick up the canter. This time it's going to stay around. So you're going to supple in addition to doing the canter. Move shoulder forward with the outside aids. I know you can do it. Very good seat here. Half hold him again. Half hold again. Another half hold. Supple. Half hold soft. Half hold soft. Supple inside. Supple inside. Get to that shallow again. Half hold again. We're running away with you. Then we'll carry on. Fall. Okay, walk. If one half hold doesn't come through, don't take 5 more. Just fall. You know this is what I want. Otherwise, you're teaching him to blow it off the first 4 times. No, we respond by the 5th time.
Right.
And capsule and stand. Keep them round. Stay on the inside. And yes. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Lean back. Good job. Shuffle a little bit. All right. Aaron, collect a little bit. Shorten this right, but keep them cantering. Keep them cantering. Shorten this right. Tap into it. Shorten this right. And collect more. Collect and canter in place. Canter on the spot. Take them back. Be great. Yes, and walk. It will happen. Keep them on collected. Don't turn your way. Shoulder forward. Stay disciplined in the way. forward a little bit, bring your lower legs back. Lean forward more, bring your lower legs back. There's your legs back. Good. Good. And walk on. Stand, bring your lower legs forward. Now, watch the other. Here we go. And half off. Use this for your half off. Off. Come back here and bring that, okay? That's a better walk. Good, something on the inside. I like that walk better. Get the feeling for this. That's the preparation for your canter. Whatever you're doing to keep them round, keep doing it while you're asking for the canter. And apple and canter. Sit back, commit to the seat. Nice, got it. That was the best one. Very good. How did that feel? Good. Good. And permission to trot. Just let it happen. You stop driving. Roll and walk. Good. Let them change way. Let's get the same thing established on the right. Come on a bit. You're not done. Don't imply any issues on him. Just imagine you have the perfect horse. Half hold again. Let's get the same nice, collected, balanced walk you had on the other side. If the walls weren't here, you wouldn't even know what direction you're riding. If you're in a big field, there is no going left, going right. There's just right you canter, left you canter. But there's not really a bend one way or the other, right? Right. So imagine feeling in that free wide open space. I like that walk there. Great. Let's see around me here. Turn. Keep your shoulder in its right lane. Imagine it circling left right now. How would you ride it? Get that feeling. Good. Feeling better in your right lane? Nice. Okay, slight positioning around the inner leg and your canter. Preparing half hold and canter.
I didn't half hold.
I gave the outside leg, yeah?
Change.
Now turn the shoulders back to the side leg. And if I do that, then you flex it a little bit right. You can still work the shoulders into the right leg while suppling a little bit to the inside. And we'll half fall and sit and you canter. And canter now. Right here, right here. Come and canter. Thank you. Almost. Double right and canter. Finish. Good. Sit back. Sit back. Take your right spur out of them. Turn your right shoulder towards his nose. You're pointing at me right now. Turn your right leg so your toes pointing forward. Thank you. Good. Move the shoulders into your right leg. In the canter as well. Take the contact inside. Move the shoulders with the outside thigh into the right leg. Nose to the right. Stay on that. Good. Tell him to good boy. Good boy. And position to trot. Watch your right spurs in him. Good. Right hand is left and wrong. No time for break and fighting. right seat bone. Good. Right wing contact. Right wing contact.
Take your own right shoulder down and back. Open the right side a little bit. Bring more weight on the right bone. Good. Connect them. Your muscles to make them a little long. Give them around the right leg.
Then turn for voltage.
The moment you turn out the head down.
You can stand on so right here. Okay. Turn the voltage.
Aim the right seat bone and pick up your camera. Take your right spur out of it.
No, I'm leaning and leaning forward.
Rest, take rest on your right seat bone. You're going to stay there.
I feel like I'm twisting the more I'm trying to push him with my weight into the calf, and I'm slouching just like I'm looking correctly.
Instead of pushing him with your leg, just hang on and down. Just be there for him. And maybe with being active with your pushing, that might be counterproductive for him. Just sit there and give the actual aid with the outside wing half ball and the outside leg and a good inside leg. Maybe even a cluck and a tap a little bit at the same time. Okay? But keep this quiet. A lot of horses, especially when you're playing with a new position in your seat, because you're putting yourself now really in a place where eventually all the aids will be so light. Okay? And this light wiggle will really pull them off. Okay? In one way, I'm giving you a great tool by being super centered. At the same time, for a while, it might work against you because you may not be quite secure in there, and you keep giving them mixed messages because of that. Okay? So be patient with yourself on that. Okay? I would just hope to see that you're not going back to be patient with both of you. Sometimes what helps, you want to center on it. Okay, I'm picking up my left hand, that works. I'm still on my center line. My right hand, that works too. So you're not so bound by I have to right to the right or right to the left. It's just straight. It's just canter. It's just a right hand canter. It's just a left hand canter. But it's straight. Okay? Play with that at home too. Okay? So let me see one more time the right hand canter. Because it's hollow on that right vein, he has a tendency to follow that outside shoulder, which makes it difficult for his balance to